Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. No, I've been quiet for a little bit, um, but it is in meditation to help with the clearing of the energies in the sacred space. And a little bit of a message came through that I kind of wrote out. I was going to leave it as a sort of activation, but it's kind of become a little more than that. So I will begin. Beloved souls of the White Phoenix Odyssey, remember your priority is your temple, your sphere, your creation. Do not get caught up and operate in the false light, energy, and distractions of the people, places, and things around you which bring toxicity, trauma, and turmoil. Simply allow them to unfold and witness them as an observer standing in your own light. As we continue to grow and expand, we draw in energy. We call these energies knowledge, information, um, data, higher learning, and education. We go forth seeking that which calls to our heart, and as we sift through the energies for what is true to our purpose, we know that truth is wrapped in shadow, darkness, lower vibrational energies, which may appear as light and can often slip through the filters of our own discernment. Today, we are consciously aware of these energies which bring about false paradigms, perceptions, beliefs, cycles, and programs. We now stand in the power of transmutation and transcendence so that which we receive is pure and true. In this moment, in this time and space, we gather now at a threshold where truth calls not to be heard, but to be embodied. A sacred alchemy has taken place within this field. And though it may have felt like exhaustion, confusion, heaviness, like giving up, walking away, what was truly unfolding was the call for release, the transmutation of energies no longer aligned with our highest good. Some of us may have felt emotions that seemed to come from nowhere: fear, overwhelm, doubt, anger, or the desire to walk away from all we've built, all we've created, just to get away. This was no failure of our spirit. This was the rising of the energetic residue, not just ours, but of the collective patterns we've agreed to transmute and to transcend together in love. We are not alone in this. We are never alone. The phoenix does not rise without first entering the fire. In this fire, there is no punishment, only purification. What is being asked now is not for us to fix, prove, or carry the burdens of others, but to release what is not ours to its origin with gratitude, compassion, and love for the purpose it served in our awakening and ascension. If something or someone has clung to your light without honoring it, it is time to gently but firmly dissolve that cord. We are not here to be extracted from. We are here to reflect, to ignite, and to remind others of their own inner source and to remember who we are in wholeness. These energies, these false energies, can often take the form of gaslighting, of mimicking. It is the pretender that twists one's words and uses them against you. uses your light and energy for their own gain, manipulation, and ill intent, hiding behind a facade of truth, and yet is dishonest in their core. Today, we receive an energetic declaration that I now dissolve and return to source all cords, projections, and false light attachments made in my name or energetic likeness. I claim full authorship of my frequency, my voice, and my sacred knowing. What is mine returns to me now. What is not dissolves in love. We're asked to visualize a shimmering white-winged dome of light enveloping our field. As the brightest white light begins streaming through these wings, returning to our heart center, they are filtered by the feathered wings of Source and untainted by the densities and distortions of this experience. We allow ourselves to relax and exhale the worries, frustrations, confusion, and fears. We let go of the need to control and change that which is around us and that have risen, knowing that we are now aligned in oneness and wholeness with our true divine blueprint. And with one final exhale, we let it go with love. And we inhale love and light as we now set our intentions that only truth, transparency, and soul-aligned presence may enter. In this sphere of light, all false light, projections, illusions, and extractions are blocked and cleared from our field. All rips, tears, holes, leakages are now sealed in light of the highest degree. In these intentions, our own light is returned to us in wholeness and love of the highest white light, vibration, and frequency. As we continue this journey, let us each make this vow that I stand in truth, not illusion. I shine in love, not fear. I no longer carry what is not mine. I release the false light, the stories, the roles that no longer honor my soul's true divine purpose. I honor my intuitive knowing. I walk with integrity. I remember who I am. Doors of opportunity, healing, abundance, prosperity, and miracles are now open to me. I am free to speak and express my purpose with power, passion, and truth. I hear, I see, I know my path is now clear, and I stand in the power and authenticity of my soul's untainted divine blueprint. And so it is, and so it shall be. Our field is clear. This sacred space is sealed. Let all who remain now do so by choice, by resonance, and by heart as we rise together, rooted in truth, crowned in sovereignty, and enveloped and held by the wings of the great white phoenix. For a white phoenix only rises when all its feathers come together with love, truth, and clarity. I love you all. So that came out. And have a tear in my right eye. This sometimes can be a tear of release. It can be a tear of joy that is manifested in the physical realm. A tear over the actions that we have spoken, the creations that we have made, the gratitude that rises from within. Um, anyway, I had shuffled this deck here. Not sure if that's zoomed in enough, but the card for the benefactor, grace and generosity, came out, and it is the number 3. And I forget where I had seen it. Just before I come in here, it must have been on a timer or something. I think it was on a timer. Yeah, it was 3333 came up. And so then the number 3 came out. And I decided to keep that, but I will read from the book here. Benefactor, grace and generosity, gifts, support, and mentoring. When the benefactor weaves her energy into your life, you are put on notice that all manner of positive reinforcement is coming your way. The universe wants to let you know that just as you have been generous with others, serving with your gifts even in the smallest capacity, so will you be rewarded in a myriad of ways. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source, one that is always working through you. The motives for her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it is in the purity of your desires to share without the need for reciprocity that paradoxically your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold, seemingly without any connection to the original act. Dream sharing and carrying into being, and you will be amazed to see this vibrant seed take root and spread. Do it just because, and the benefactor will give you her blessing. And one of the things that comes to mind for me with this is that we do not always receive, right, that equal reciprocity. We do not always receive those blessings, those higher vibrational experiences and manifestations and miracles and the return of that which we give from those we give it to. And we can get stuck in looping over and over and over, trying to prove, trying to force this return from those who do not have it to give. And in that, we become bound and begin operating in the very energies we are called to release with love. And for me, this is Spirit reminding us that in our letting go, in our releasing, all those kindnesses, all those kind gestures, all that generosity of love and spirit that we have poured into them do not leave. They are just not the source of its return. It will return. But at this point, those people, places, things, those experiences are acting as a block. And that is the energy we release, right? Those are the energies that would take our light on as their own with ill intent for their own gain, right? So anything returned from them is false light. So we release that today. And we are assured that spirit, that source, the universe, is sending unlimited supplies of support, right? That these energies, all those moments of paying it forward, all those times of doing things out of the kindness of our heart, and just because it made someone smile, they're not forgotten. They're not forgotten. And this is a time that in order to step forward and receive, we are first called to release those who would claim that very gift, that very return as their own. So I hold you all in love, the highest degree. Wanted to pull another card also from the Starseed Oracle. I really liked that the other day. It was perfect. Let's see what we've got. Breath of the Cosmos. Breath of the Cosmos. And big picture thinking is on the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. Like I said, it's a new one, so bear with me because I've got to read this one too. Says, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. When we rely only on our own will, we are micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We are not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our own personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God, that Source, has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the greater mystery and say, use me, please show me the way. Little by little, you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. And when you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led, guided. You begin breathing the breath of life. It says, I am willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, Source, angels, and guides, help me move from my will to thy will, the will of the Oversoul. Please lead me. Please show me the way. And I believe they are here, and I believe that they are showing the way, and they are calling us to look at the big picture, to remember that big picture. And this is also like a bridge of initiation. I don't know how well you can see that, but there is a golden gate there. It's like we've walked the bridge of initiation. We've crossed it. We are now standing at the doorway, at the gateway, at the threshold of those big pictures, those dreams, those goals, of our purpose. It's really beautiful. See a lot of good things coming in. See if we can get some animals we know. Oh, there's a card. There's a couple of cards in here that are not supposed to be here. Judgment at the bottom. We're called, that's the white phoenix. I don't know how well you can see these cards, right? The great white phoenix. We're called to rise above the fray, to let go, to transcend. That not every little detail needs to be known. I think we know enough, right? This is, judgment has been called, right? Hearts are now called to rise above, to come up out of the ash, to come out of the dust, to leave the graves of the past behind, to free ourselves from that which binds us. It's a calling to a higher purpose. That actually goes every year. The world, that's that portal. That's that gateway. It's closing out those cycles where we have looped and been bound and programmed to operate in an energy that would drain and siphon the life force from us. Those cycles are closed. We now step into a new world, a new timeline, a new experience, a new creation. We have completed the journey of the Fool in that timeline, in that experience. Interesting. Let's see what the animals have to say. Pretty amazing. We have 22:44 on my little timer. Started keeping a timer to try and keep these things as short and sweet and simple as possible, right? B, productivity. It is time to examine your productivity. Disorganization and indecisiveness may be causing you to miss opportunities. Take a moment to prioritize your goals and get clear view of how to get where you want to go and what it will take to do that, to get there. It's the B. So it's time to get busy. The busy energy is here, right? It's savoring the honey, the sweetness in life. It is savoring that life source, right? The magic of life. It is building communities. New communities, new families, new friends, new partnerships, right? Those opportunities are here. Let go of the worries of others, of what if. Maybe write down those priorities, those dreams, those hopes, those goals. Write them down. What can we do right now? because that is all we need to. All we need to ever is just be. Truly. Kangaroo cycle. A 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Commit fully to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backwards. Don't look back. Don't look back. You're so close. So close. Think back of when this current experience began, right? How long have these energies been experienced? How long have we worked? We're 9 months away. We're 9 months away from giving birth to the most magical creation, right? We carry that with us. Everything we need, we have with us. We move in leaps and bounds. And protection, armadillo. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that have been holding you back in the past. You really can't make that up. Really, truly. Right? Let's see here what Arrow has to say. White Phoenix. What are the energies? Ooh, Ray of Wands. It's coming in. It's coming in. Our ships are arriving, right? It's looking forward to a brighter future. It's looking forward to all those creative inspirations coming into fruition, being ready to take action. This is quite the magical little card, right? Every one of them, her creation, all those little creatures. She's standing on top of what looks like a clock, right? Time does not rule her. She rules time just through her choices, even in stillness. Hmm. It's knowing, it's knowing that we have the world in our hands. This is Four of Wands. That's happy home, happy life. That's reaching that big milestone, right? It's a cause for celebration. It's having finally transmuted and transcended all that which is holding us back, right? All wands, all inspired, all that is your spark of life. Every wand, a spark of life, of inspiration, of creativity, of passion and purpose. We've been through the One of Wands where we got that initial spark. We got that initial drive that made us just wanted to go out and create, right? To birth something new, that new adventure. And then we came to the Two of Wands, where really it was all about how we wanted to take the path. The path was leading to the same place, both ways. It was all up to us, how we chose to walk that path. And then we come to the Three of Wands, where we are looking forward in anticipation. We are not looking back, because that happy home, right? That happy foundation, the four corners have been set, right? We've reached the milestone. We've chopped wood and carried water. And we are being celebrated for our accomplishments. It could also be waiting for a home. And we have the Queen of Coins, the one that nurtures those manifestations, the one who has all the resources she needs, the one that holds them, that waters the seeds, that cares for the blooms, right? That prunes the weeds away from that which she has created. It's being financially secure and prosperous in a way that multiplies. She's grounded, right? And yet she sits by the river, the stream. She knows its value, its worth, right? And the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. She knows. She knows. She doesn't have to speak it. She doesn't have to show it. She knows. All she has to do is be in her knowing, in her value, in her worth. She's tapped in. She's tuned in. She hears. She sees. She feels. She's the one that is silent, and when she speaks, her words carry weight. They ripple throughout the entire field. She sees the truth behind the lie, behind the veil. She sees the big picture. She knows it. She is the heavenly mother, with the Empress being the earthly mother. She is the heavenly mother. This is a time of spiritual rebirth. What was that? Judgment came out, right? This is birthing. It's a level up in spiritual connection and wholeness and oneness to our true divine purpose. She doesn't doubt. She trusts. She knows the flow. She knows the power of its creation. The Queen of Pentacles, she has birthed that creation. She nurtures it. She loves it. She protects it. She guides it. As above, so below. She has everything she needs inside and out. Her happy home, those big milestones, we've reached them. We've reached them. They're coming in. They're coming in. No doubt. Three of Wands. Every creation unique, designed specifically for you. No other soul can create what you create. Action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desires to manifest light transforms, test into growth, challenges into opportunity, and fear into love. And that's what this time of transmutation and transcendence is for. We have big dreams, we have big goals, we have big manifestations coming in. Life changes, right? We are transforming our entire lives inside and out and stepping into our true divine blueprint that is bound to shake the ground and cause the skies to rumble, right? Manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms, my intellect shines, and my inner light grows. Right there with the Four of Wands. That's that light coming out in our passions and our desires and our inspirations and our creativity. And our home, right? It's bringing down that which we know intuitionally, that which our spirit, it's like our spirit has been screaming to us, right? But there was so much noise. There was so much false light. And that is clear now. Gratitude. I am aware of the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty in and around me. I give thanks to God and Source for every little thing that brings me joy. Thus, I enlighten my thoughts, riches surround me, and I appreciate all that life brings me. That's the Queen of Tokens, the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. She has everything she needs. She gives gratitude for every tiny creation. These things don't look like they have a purpose at all. Look at those things. They're quite magical. They're quite a creative visual. But what purpose could anybody think of for those but the high priestess and the queen of tokens that knows, that is in the flow, that is building this happy home, that has walked through the muck and the mire and has been called above, to rise above, to transmute, to transcend. It is having crossed that bridge of initiation. It has been in choosing, and there's the Two of Wands. It has been in choosing the higher path, the oversoul, the spiritual guidance, to follow that in our passions, in our creations, in our imaginations, that we reach the Four of Wands. You know, it can often be a card of weddings, right? Celebrations, of coming together, of unity, right? It can be, some use it as an interpretation for twin flame unions, right? Though that, I wouldn't say I really subscribe to a lot of twin flame uh, definitions, interpretations. But it is that union of the higher soul, of the higher self, that is in alignment with the guidance from Source. It is one who gives gratitude, who is generous in spirit, knowing we are protected, that our creations are protected, that this cycle of walking in need of, right? Constantly surviving, striving into a place of receiving all that which we have given and more. Generosity is not just giving what is due, it is giving more. It is being ready to stand in that passion, in that purpose, in that creation, in that happy place, in that happy temple, knowing what the high priestess knows, in gratitude, in love, and generosity, continuing to nurture this temple. This is a spiritual temple. The high priestess, the Four of Wands, sacred space to bring in the manifestations of this light, that it is not a time to procrastinate or wait, that yes, the ships are coming in. Yes, we have reached this milestone, but it is time to take action now, to let go, to cut cords, to clear energies, to decide, right? To choose the higher path, to choose the high priestess, the voice of the high priestess, to hear with the ears of the high priestess, to know that all is safe and secure and provided for in this space. It may not have been in this prior energy, but it is provided for in this space, clear of the false light, clear of the manipulations and the deceit. All we need to is stand in that place of integrity, of honor, of that light, in gratitude for the purpose that this past cycle, this last experience brought to us, so that we may reach this place of abundance where doors are open to us and we can see them and they are not emitting a false light. We know they are true to our purpose, and that it is up to us which door we choose to walk through and how we choose to walk through that, what colors we will bring, what creations will be created and come into manifestation. Hmm. Now we have to hear from my kitties. Okay, because this is getting long and I don't want to go too much longer. I love you guys. I have been holding you all in love and light. I'm telling you, the energies were thick. Believe me, I know the energies were thick. It wasn't just this group. It wasn't just me. Um, but I've met many who have experienced these energies. And so now we get a word from our little kitten deck. I left a couple cards there. I'm not going to look at our little kitten deck here. See what they have to say, right? Gotta shuffle them a bit. I don't know when they'll. Ooh, that just popped out of there. Expression. Meet Shanty. She once kept her ideas and feelings locked away in her heart where no one could see or hear them. It felt safe and secure, but alas, she felt so alone. No one truly knew her. She was longing to come out to play. Gathering her courage, she flung open the window in her mind and unlatched the doorway in her soul. She started to speak her mind and give voice to her heart. She could never again fit in that small, closed space of hiding. Soon her words grew into unabashed singing. What song are you keeping captive? What song at long last can you unleash into the world? Let the world hear your voice. Let them see your expression of your energy, unabashed, unashamed. You are a divine being of light, of the highest white light, and your creation is unlimited. Your ability to create is limitless, limitless in the colors, in the words, in the visions. Time to shine, time to be you, time to be free. I love you guys. I do. I love you all. I'm going to go ahead and go. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helped. And I will see you all on the other side soon. Peace.